बेलुकाबाट गर्छु probably मैले इभिनिङमा चाहिँ 2-3 आवर त्यसलाई एलोकेट गर्छु अनि तिमीहरूलाई आफै आउन मन लाग्यो भने जो आए पनि हुन्छ नभए मैले छोडिने मान्छेलाई मात्रै बोलाउँछु विद्यार्थी आज तिम्रो पालो बोलाउँछु म ल त अहिलेको लेसन सेयर गरौँ है एकछिन है मैले chapter 2 education 3 4 gender role okay so म सेयर गर्छु पहिला okay let me first complete the essay है त so in the previous paragraph we were reading paragraph 1 previous class कस्तो स्लो भएछ researchers like Chu are discovering new meaning in lots of things ए पाठो पढेको हामीले हेलो कोही त बोल न हो
boys will sir we are doing boys will be boys
त्यही त boys will be boys मा सेकेन्ड प्याराग्राफ हो नि त
yes sir
okay researchers like Chu are discovering new meaning in lots of things boys have done for ages. In fact, they are dissecting just about every aspect of the developing male psyche and creating a hot new field of inquiry, the study of boys. So there is something known as women's study. Women's study. Now they have a new field called as men's study, the study of boys. They are also producing a slew of new books with titles like Real Boys, Rescuing Our Sons from the Myths of Boyhood, and Raising Cain, Protecting the Emotional Life of Boys, that will hit the stores in the next few months. So in second paragraph, the writers tell us that a lot of researchers are doing research about the emotional and behavioral development of the boys. This new research is known as the study of boys, and researchers are producing a number of books which discuss about the development of the boys. Paragraph 3. What some researchers are finding is that boys and girls really are from two different planets. Boys seem like from Mars, the goddess of war, violent, aggressive. What some researchers are finding is that boys and girls really are from two different planets. But since the two sexes have to live together here on earth, they should be raised with special consideration for their distinct need. See the point? Mark say, see the main idea. And please try to understand what the writer is saying. Very boys and girls should be boys and girls should be raised with special consideration. Kina? Because boys have different need, girls have different need. My favorite right? The writer's main argument is we need to raise boys differently and girls differently. Or differently, we need to raise boys and girls in a special way. Why? Because boys have their own needs as they grow, girls have their own needs as they grow. Their natures are not similar, their natures are different. About this essay will tell the difference. Hey? Boys and girls have different crisis points. However, what is the difference? They use the word crisis point. We'll explain that, what it means. For this will come in exam. Boys and girls have different crisis points. What is crisis point? Answer question. What do you understand by crisis point? Stages in their emotional and social development where things can go very wrong. Look, what is crisis point? A crisis point is a stage in human development, a time in their life, a stage in their childhood, a point of time where boys and girls may face a number of difficulties, crises. Until recently, girls got all the attention, writers say. More and more researchers focused on girls. I know. But now we need to understand that boys also need attention. We must research about how boys grow. They are much more likely than girls to have discipline problems at school. Okay. But I know school ma timi jo teacher ani soja problem college dincha boys ki girls भनेर teacher will say boys ले भन्छ. चाहे primary school होस्, high school होस्, college होस्. Right? Boys have more discipline problems and later we'll read किन यस्तो हुन्छ भनेर. They tell us किन यस्तो हुन्छ. And boys are diagnosed with something called attention deficit disorder, ADD. Girls do not have such problem. Boys have. Boys far outnumber girls in special education classes. What is special education class? Special education class is for those students who have some difficulties, and in special classes there are more boys than girls because more boys have problems. More boys are likely to commit violent crime. For example, in American school shootings, it is often the boys who kill their friends, right? And more boys are likely to go to jail. नेपालमै पनि हेर रिसेन्ट रेप केसहरू हेर तिमी गुगल गरेर मैले स्टडी त गरे हैन बट माई गेस इज कि मेजोरिटी अफ रेप केसेस यू विल सी दे विल बी डन बाय यंग बॉयज. Consider the headlines: Jonesboro shooting, Arkansas school shooting, Paducah school shooting, Kentucky school shooting, Pearl school shooting, Mississippi school shooting. You know? And in all these killings, young adolescent boys were the criminals. 12-13 वर्षको. Even normal boy behavior has come to be considered pathological. Pathological means uncontrolled or unreasonable. So boys have uncontrolled behavior. Boys have unreasonable behavior. तिमी ट्राफिक गुगल गरेर मोटरसाइकल एक्सिडेंट्स इन काठमाडौँ भ्याली भएर डाटा हेर, you will find that majority of the riders who met with motorcycle crash accidents were young boys. मैले अहिलेसम्म गर्ल्सहरूले चलाएर ओभर स्पिड गरेर आफैले ठोक्क्याएर एक्सिडेन्ट गरेको मैले डाटा पाएको छैन. बॉयजहरु बाइक गुडाउँदैनन्, उडाउँछन्, उडाएपछि ठोक्क्याउँछन्, ठोक्क्याएपछि हात खुट्टा भाँच्छन्. राइट? लुक, they have uncontrolled behavior and abundance of physical energy. Another feature. केटाहरु हेर्छौ बच्चाहरुलाई 11 वर्षको लागि जिम जानु पर्ने, वेट लिफ्ट गर्नु पर्ने, बाइसेप बनाउनु पर्ने, एब्स बनाउनु पर्ने, बास्केटबल खेल्नु पर्ने, फुटबल खेल्नु पर्ने, उफ्रिनु पर्ने. दे हैव abundance of energy. एनर्जी त गर्ल्सको पनि हुन्छ, बट बोइज एक्जिबिट दैट एनर्जी. कसरी? कसैलाई कुटेर, ग्याङ फाइट गरेर, रनिङ गरेर, जगिङ गरेर, वेट लिफ्टिङ गरेर, डान्स गरेर, जुडो कराते खेलेर. बोइज डिस्प्ले देयर एनर्जी. एन्ड अर्को कुरा, बोइज अलवेज वान्ट टु डिफिट अदर्स. अर्को बानी के हुन्छ केटाहरुमा? अर्कालाई हराउनै पर्ने, आफूले जित्नै पर्ने, जित्नै पर्ने. एन्ड अर्ज टु कन्कर. राइटरले के भन्दैछ? These are normal male characteristics. Don't take it otherwise. It's very normal. And in an earlier age, they were good things. Kina good thing. Kina people used to work in the field. खेतमा काम गर्नु पर्थ्यो, जंगलमा हन्टिङ गर्नु पर्थ्यो. हन्टिङ सो कन्करिङ त राम्रो भयो नि त, फिजिकल एनर्जी राम्रो भयो नि त काम गर्नलाई. If Huck Finn is a character from American novel Huckleberry Finn. YouTube मा यसको मुभी होला, हेर्दा हुन्छ फुर्सद मन लाग्यो भने. Tom Sawyer Finn is also character from the novel same name. If Huck Finn or Tom Sawyer were alive today, says Michael Gurian, author of The Wonder of Boys, we would say they had ADD or a conduct disorder. I haven't read the novels, so I don't know what the characters do in those novels, but I guess that the characters have abundance of physical energy and the urge to conquer. So we define that as attention deficit disorder. एउटा कुनै पनि कुरामा धेरै बेरसम्म अटेन्सन दिन नसक्ने बानी के चकचक गरिराख्ने. क्लासमा हेरेछ सरहरूले बढी केटाहरूलाई गाली गर्नुहुन्छ नि चकचक गऱ्यो भनेर, यता हेर्ने उता हेर्ने, यो चल्ने त्यो चल्ने। Conduct disorder भनेको doing things which you are not supposed to do. He says one of the new insights we are getting about boys is a very old insight. के boys will be boys. जे गर केटाहरू फेर्नेवाला छैन. Boys will be boys. भनेको के boys will always have physical energy. Boys will always have urge to conquer. They are who they are, says Gurian. And we need to love them for who they are. Let's not try to rewire them. Do not try to force boys to go against their nature भन्छ. तर पछि हेर्नु, पछि के भन्छ, पछि चाहिँ she will tell के boys को nature real के हुन्छ भनेर हेर है. Indirectly, boys are benefiting from the research done on girls, especially the landmark work done by Harvard University professor Carol Gilligan. So Carol Gilligan has done research on girls, and Gilligan's research is also helping boys to understand themselves. Her 1982 book, In a Different Voice, Psychological Theory and Women's Development, inspired taking our daughters to work day, along with best-selling spin-offs like Mary Pfeiffer's Reviving Ophelia. The traditional unisex way of looking at child development was profoundly flawed. Let me mark गरौँ त यसको की point हो यो paragraph को दिमागमा राख्ने, टिप्नु पर्ने भए टिप्ने, मार्क गर्ने भए गर्ने. Key point. What is the key point? The traditional way of treating boys and girls' development as similar is wrong. Boys and girls do not develop in the same way. Gilligan says it was like having a one-dimensional perspective on a two-dimensional view. At Harvard, where she chairs the Gender Studies Department, Gilligan is now supervising work on males, including Chudi's project. Other researchers are studying mental illness and violence in boys. Now, new researchers are paying more and more attention on how boys grow as children. While girls' horizons have been expanding, right? केटीहरु चेन्ज भइरहेछ नि हैन. अब साडी लाउँथ्यो, कुर्ता लाउन थाल्यो, कुर्ताबाट पेन्ट सर्ट लाउन थाल्यो, मिड्डी लाउँछ, सर्ट्स लाउँछ हैन. पहिला 20 वर्ष अगाडिको ड्रेस भन्दा फरक भयो, ड्रेस फरक भयो हैन. अनि एजुकेसन फरक भयो, इन्जिनियरिङ पढ्छ, म्याथ पढ्छ, साइन्स पढ्छ हैन. अनि अर्को एक्सपेन्सन के भयो, they get jobs in police, army, pilot, driver, teacher, they are getting new jobs. So their horizon is expanding. The boys' horizon have narrowed. केटाहरु के छ 1000 वर्षबाट जे गर्दै आउँछ त्यही गर्छ. आर्मी 1000 वर्ष अघि पनि केटाहरु आर्मीमै थियो, अहिले पनि आर्मीमै हुन्छ. 1000 वर्ष अघि पनि किसानी नै गर्थ्यो बाहिर खेतमा काम, अहिले पनि जोत्ने काम गर्छ। हजारौं वर्ष अघि पनि जागिरै खान्थ्यो, अहिले पनि जागिरै खान्छ। Look, their horizons are narrowed, confined to rigid ideas of what has narrowed. केले न्यारो गर्छ horizon? Rigid ideas of acceptable male behavior ले गर्यो। के भनेको यो? Rigid ideas of acceptable male behavior मार्क गरौँ त। के भनेको यो? यो भनेको हो जस्तै लोग्ने मान्छे भर हुनु हुँदैन भन्ने गीत गाउँछ नि, योगेश्वर मात्ताले भन्छन् लोग्ने मान्छे भएर रुनु हुँदैन रे। यो के हो? दिस इज रिजिड आइडिया अबाउट एक्सेप्टेबल मेल बिहेभियर। अर्को कुरा के भन्छ? मेल्स शुड बी भेरी स्ट्रङ, सलमान खान जस्तो हुनुपर्छ रे। भयो अब मसल भएन तनाव हुन्छ। दिस इज रिजिड आइडिया। Males should be brave. This is rigid idea. Males should not be involved in creative art. This is rigid idea. Males should not look beautiful. This is rigid idea. Males should not cook in the kitchen. This is rigid idea. Males should be cruel. This is rigid idea. Male should have bicep, tricep, KK. This is rigid idea. Male should have दाढ़ी, है ना? This is rigid idea. Male should be tall, should have energy. This is rigid idea. लास्टमा आउँछ है, यसरी बताइरहेको छु, लेख्न पनि थाहा पाउला फेरि। No matter how hard their parents tried to avoid stereotypes. अब अर्को वर्ड आयो, व्हाट इज स्टीरियोटाइप? जस्तै म तिमीलाई एउटा सानो विज्ञापन देखाउँदै, टाइम छैन। अस्ति मैले त्यो ह्याप्पी डेन्टको विज्ञापन देखाएको थिएँ नि, त्यो गाडीमा चाहिँ हिँड्दाखेरि लेडिज सिटमा लोग्ने मान्छे बस्छ, अनि त्यो केटीले चाहिँ बिस्तारै सिट छोडिदिनु भन्छ, मेरो लेडिज लेखाएको छ भन्छ, लोग्ने मान्छे टेर्दैन, ठाडो बोल्छ। हो स्टीरियोटाइप के हो? What is male stereotype? You should be aggressive. You should resist others. You should trouble others. You should be cruel. You should not be kind. त्यो लोग्ने मान्छे देख्छ नि त्यो भिडियोमा, अनि केटी कस्तो छ? You should be submissive, डराउने खालको. You should be shy. You should not be violent. You should not show anger. Your stereotype. But त्यो सधैँ ट्रु हुँदैन नि, हैन? Okay, the macho ideal still rules. अब हेर, यो पनि जाँचमा आउँछ। What do you understand by macho ideal भनेर? है अब what does macho mean? है तिमीलाई गुगलबाट पढेँ ल। के हो त macho भनेको? Masculine in an overtly assertive or aggressive way. तेरे नामको सलमान खान देखाएको छौ नि, त्यो macho हो। सलमान खान जुनसुकै फिल्ममा नि इज अ macho रोल। सलमान खानको जुनसुकै सिनेमा र संजय दत्त is always in macho role. Amrish Puri is always in macho role. Rajesh Hamal is always in macho role. Overtly assertive or aggressive masculine. One who is proud of his masculinity. एकदमै लोग्ने मान्छे भएकोमा प्राउड हुने के, अरूको मिनिङ पनि पढ्नु चाहिँ माचोको, यो क्याम्ब्रिज डिक्सनरीको। बिहेभिङ फोर्सफुली or showing no emotion in a way traditionally thought to be typical of man. एकदमै भायलेन्ट के फोर्स युज गर्ने। तिमीहरूले 18 मान ल युट्युबमा गएर कन्डोमको विज्ञापन हेर्नु, त्यो कन्डमको विज्ञापनमा हेर्नु, धेरै कन्डमको विज्ञापनमा लोग्ने मान्छेलाई एकदमै माचो रोलमा देखाउँछ। अर्को माचो बुझ्नलाई युट्युबमा पर्फ्युमको विज्ञापन हेर्नु, पर्फ्युम त्यहाँ केटीहरूलाई एकदमै त्यो साई टाइप देखाउँछ, केटाहरूलाई एकदमै म्याचो रोलमा देखाउँछ। द्याट्स म्याचो आइडियल भने के रहेछ? सोइङ नो इमोसन, हैन, सोइङ क्रुअल्टी, सोइङ भायोलेन्स, सोइङ एग्रेसिभ, जाँचमा आउँछ है वाट इज म्याचो आइडियल भनेको बोइज ह्याभ टु बी लाइक द्याट के। केटाहरूले चाहिँ अब छातीमा चाहिँ रौँ भएन भने लुकाएर हिँड्नु पर्यो। तिमी ख्याल गरौँ, छातीमा नभएको केटाले देखाउँछ, त्यो छातीको रौँले के मान्छ? म्यास्कुलिन प्राइड, राइट? दाढी झपक्क हुने, रफ स्किन हुने, मसल हुने। We gave boys dolls and they use them as guns. यो माचो भनेको के सिकाएको छ उसले? You give them doll खेल्नलाई and they will point at you with the dolls as a gun. For 15 years, all we heard was that gender differences were all about socialization. But that's not true, Vansavali. It's not only about socialization. Parents who raise their kids through that period said in the end, that is not true, Vaneko. Gender differences are not only about socialization. Gender differences are the result of different nature of the boys and girls. The gender difference society गर्दा मात्रै हुने होइन, it's also because of basic human nature differences. Okay, boys and girls can be awfully different. Now look the relation. Boys and girls are different, so raise them differently. I think we are awakening to the biological realities and sociological realities. Yes, gender differences are a result of sociological realities, okay, but they are also the result of biological realities. But what exactly is the essential nature of the boys? This way, if boys and girls are different, Manola, boys and girls are different, so what is the difference this way? What is the boy's nature? The writers will explain, right? Question ke karo? What exactly is essential nature of the boys? And now writers will tell you. And there is one take a question. Describe what exactly is essential nature of boys. लिखती आलो नहीं यहाँ समझ दो ना according to authors of the essay, boys will be boys. What exactly is the essential nature of boys? Short answer question. Please answer important. Even as infants, boys and girls behave differently. How? A recent study at Children's Hospital in Boston found that boy babies are emotionally expressive. ठुलो भाषी त रुनु हुन्न सिकाउँछ नि, बच्चामा के रहेछ? ठ्याक्क उल्टो। हेर नेचर के रहेछ? लेट बोयज ग्रो एज दे आर भनेको थियो नि, त्यो भने के हो? लेट बोयज ग्रो इमोसनली भनेको नि। हामी के गरिरहेछौँ? We are not allowing boys to become emotional. Right? Boys are emotionally expressive as a child. We teach them. Let them grow as they are भनेको के हो? Let them grow as emotional beings भनेको. Boy babies are more emotionally expressive. Girls are more reflective. See, माथि essential के फरक छ भनेको थियो नि माथि अर्को paragraphमा. However, girls, boys easily express their emotion. Girls don't express, they reflect on their emotion. What does it mean? Boy, for example, boy babies tend to cry when they are unhappy. अब एक्सप्रेस गर्यो नि त सानो बच्चा हेर्नु केटा मान्छे केटा बच्चा इफ ही इज अनह्याप्पी ही विल क्राई गर्ल्सकोमा के हुन्छ दे विल सक देयर थम्स रुँदैन बुढेलो चुसेर बस्छ अनह्याप्पी भयो भने लुक this could indicate that girls are innately more able to control their emotions than boys. Girls are more able to control their emotions. Boys are not able to control their emotions. तर हुन्छ के सोसाइटीले सिकाउँछ खबरदार रोइस भने केटा भयो रोइस भने तँलाई हामी केटी भन्छौँ अहिले जबरजस्ती इमोसन कन्ट्रोल गर्न सुरु गर्छ and this creates all the problems. Boys have higher अब यस्तो किन हुन्छ boys have higher level of testosterone. What is that? A male steroid hormone produced in the testicles. Testicle भन्दा बुझ्छ नि Google image गरेर हेर्नु the two balls which form sperm. Okay. And responsible for the development of secondary sex characteristics. तो भने क्यों secondary sex characteristics भने क्यों काखीमा रौँ आउनु pubic hair आउनु दाढी आउनु जुगा आउनु. So testosterone hormone causes secondary sex characteristics. Now boys have higher level of testosterone. Everyone दाढी आउँछ. And lower levels of neurotransmitter serotonin. There is another hormone. के नाम को? Serotonin. Boys have low level of serotonin. अब यसले के गर्छ? Which inhibits aggression and impulsivity. Serotonin ले aggression control गर्छ. कुनै केटामा सेरोटोनिन धेरै भयो भने that boy will not be aggressive, will not be angry. अब टेस्टोस्टेरोन हाई भयो भने र सेरोटोनिन लो भयो भने के हुन्छ एग्रेसिभ र इम्पल्सिभ हुन्छ. व्हाट इज इम्पल्सिभ भनेको मुड स्विङ गर्ने के अचानक मुड चेन्ज गर्ने. That may help explain why more males than females carry through with suicide because become alcoholics and are diagnosed with attention deficit disorder. Aware. That may explain means कसै कुनै पनि केटामा टेस्टोस्टेरोन धेरै हाई भयो सेरोटोनिन लो भयो भने के हुन्छ that boy may commit suicide, may turn alcoholic, and may have attention deficit disorder. The developmental research on the impact of these physiological differences, these physiological differences भने के अहिले मार्क गरौँ. These physiological differences भने के boy babies are expressive, girl babies are reflective, हैन. Boy babies have higher testosterone, girl and lower serotonin. Girl babies have lower testosterone and higher serotonin. The developmental research on the impact of these physiological differences is still in the embryonic stage. We don't know much about it. But the psychologists are making some comparison between boys and girls. अब साइकोलोजीले के गर्ने भयो, नेचर हेर्ने भयो. For girls, the first crisis point often comes in adolescence when they are 11, 12 or 13. अहिले एकछिनमा क्राइसिस पोइन्टमा के हुन्छ हामी हेर्छौँ. बट पहिले के बुझ्नु पर्यो, जाँचमा मल्टिपल चोइस क्वेसन आउँछ. Girls first crisis point comes in early adolescence 11, 12, 13 मा. Until then भनेको until 11 भनेको 11 वर्ष नपुग्ने बेलासम्म भनेको. Until then means 11 वर्ष नपुग्ने बेलासम्म. Until then भनेको क्राइसिस पोइन्ट नआउँदासम्म. Girls have enormous capacity for establishing relationship and interpreting emotions. लाएर क्राइसिस पोइन्ट नआउँदासम्म अर्थात् 11 वर्ष नहुने बेलासम्म गर्ल्सहरु कस्तो हुन्छ, they have very good capacity to establish relationship with others and to understand emotions. तर यहाँ के भन्यो, बट भन्यो. तर है, बट in their early teen भनेको 13, 14, 15, 8, 13, 14, 15. In their early teen, girls clamp down. के हुन्छ, 13, 14 वर्ष आएपछि केटीहरू बोल्न बन्द गर्छ. कसैसँग दाजुसँग बोल्दान, बुवासँग बोल्दान, अरूसँग बोल्दैनन्, एक्लै भन्न थाल्छन्. Clamp down. They stop establishing relations. ख्याल गरिरहेको छ तिमीहरूले घरमा दिदी बहिनीको हेर्नु, 13, 14 वर्ष पुगेपछि उनीहरू अरूसँग बोल्न बन्द गर्छन्. Squash their emotions. चुपचाप सार्नु सुरु त नबोल्ने. Squash their emotions. Blunt their insight. बाह्र जाँचमा तिमीलाई क्वेसन के आउँछ, क्राइसिस पोइन्टभन्दा अगाडि बनाइहालौ नि त, यही बनाऊ न. राम्रो क्वेसन. Explain how girls behave before and after their crisis point. 4 number go. Okay. Their self-esteem plummets after crisis point, right? They think they are not good. What is self-esteem? The way you look at yourself. म राम्रो हुँ भन्ने भावना, म ठीक छु, मलाई गर्न सक्छु भावना. The first, यो त भयो about girls. Of boys, the first crisis for boys comes much earlier than girls. Researchers now say there is an outbreak of symptoms at 5, 6, 7. पहिलो क्राइसिस पोइन्ट कता आउँछ केटाहरुको, when they are 5, 6 and 7. अब गर्ल्सहरु कहिले आउँछ पहिलो क्राइसिस पोइन्ट 11, 12, 13 मा. 4 वर्षको फरक है. 4 वर्षको 6 वर्ष, 5 देखि 11. प्रब्लम्स एट दिस स्टेज भनेको एट क्राइसिस पोइन्ट के हुन्छ. अब है केटाले के गर्छ, बोयजहरुले 4, 5, 6 वर्ष अरे 5, 6, 7 मा क्राइसिस पोइन्टमा पुग्छ. अनि क्राइसिस पोइन्ट के हुन्छ बोयजहरुमा, केटाहरुमा बेड वेटिङ, बिस्तरामा पिसाब फेर्ने. केटीहरुमा हैन यो, not in the girls. And separation anxiety के हो त्यो, not willing to separate. हेरेछ त्यो नर्सरी क्लासमा छोराहरुलाई बच्चा लिएर गएर भर्ना गरे स्कुल लगेर मम्मीहरुले, केटीहरु खुरुक्कै जान्छ क्लासमा, केटाहरु चाहिँ आमाको गर्दनमा समातेर झुनिन्छ बाँदरको बच्चा जस्तो, अनि च्या च्या गर्छ, छोड्न मान्दैन. Separation anxiety, the fear to be separated from the guardian. जाँचमा आउँछ है. What symptoms do boys show when they meet crisis point? भएर मैले भने bedwetting, separation anxiety, They don't have the language or experience to articulate it fully, but the feelings are no less intense. They can't speak, पाँच वर्षमा राम्ररी, but they express their feelings. एकदमै intense feeling हुन्छ. हेर त बच्चामा चाहिँ कस्तो रहेछ केटाहरू, बच्चामा केटाहरू पुरै इमोसनल र फिलिङ एक्सप्रेस गर्ने हुँदो रहेछ. तर पछि त्यही केटालाई के सिकाउँछ भन्छन्, लोग्ने मान्छे भएर रुनु हुँदैन भनेर सिकाउँछ. That's why Gilligan's student Sue is studying preschoolers. Because he wants to pay attention to behavior, feeling. For girls at this stage, at crisis point, 5-6-7 वर्ष अथवा crisis point. Hugging a parent goodbye is almost non issue. सजिलै goodbye गरिदिन्छ अब स्कुलमा, केटाहरू मान्दैन. But little boys who display a great deal of tenderness, ठुलो केटाहरू सलमान खान हुने, सानो केटाहरू के हुने, एकदमै टेन्डर, शाहरुख खान. For little boys who display a great deal of tenderness, soon begin to bury it with big boy behavior. के हो त्यो? What is big boy behavior? Big boy behavior भने के? न पहिलो कुरा, don't look soft, look tough. Tough guy के? Tough guy. Emotion नदेखाउने. पहिलो big boy behavior. किन? Emotion देखायो भने के हुन्छ? Others will call you sissy, kitty, nanny. When their parents drop them off at school, they want to be close and want to be held, but not in front of other people. बुवालाई भनेको स्कुलमा आमा बुवाले झोकामा छोड्दाखेरि किस गर्न खोज्छन्, अँगालो मार्न खोज्छन्, तर अरूको अगाडि होइन. किन के सिकाएको छ उनीहरूले? You should not publicly display your emotion भनेर सिकाएको छ नि त. Okay. Even as early as 4, they are already aware of those masculine stereotypes and are negotiating their way around them. Those masculine stereotype बने क्यों? त्यो भनेको पहिलो कुरा don't show emotion भनेको, दोस्रो कुरा don't express feelings and be silent भनेको, तेस्रो कुरा show power भनेको, चौथो कुरा control others भनेको, पाँचौं कुरा be strong brave भनेको. And children right from age 4 they learn. It is a phenomenon that parents, especially mothers, know well. यो जुन phenomenon छ नि masculine हुन खोज्ने, आमाहरूलाई थाहा हुन्छ छोराहरूले कसो गर्छ भनेर. One morning last month, for example, Laurie Dube, a 37 line खुला पर्छ यो भर्खरै पढाएको line निकाल्छु कि तर of 19 is it? हमें कति स्लो पढेको छ हो, we are too slow है. It is a phenomenon that parents, especially mothers, know well. One morning last month, Laurie Dube, a 37-year-old mother of the 3 from Evanston, Illinois, visited her oldest son, Abe, almost 5, at his nursery school, where he was having lunch with his friends. She kissed him, prompting another boy to ask scornfully, "Do you know what your mom just did? She kissed you." Dube acknowledges with some sadness that she will have to be more sensitive to Abe's new reactions to future public display of affection. Even if he loves it, he is getting these messages that it's not good. What's the point? As children grow, boys खास गरी, as boys grow 4-5-6 वर्षको, what do they learn? You should not publicly display affection and emotion. Example दियो नि, स्कुलमा चाहिँ आमाले बच्चालाई किस गरेको, छेउको साथी छि 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 तेरो मम्मीले के गर्यो भन्यो के. There is a struggle, a desire and need for warmth on the one hand, and a pull toward independence on the other. Okay, what is the struggle through which boys undergo? लेखो Samana. What is the struggle through which young boys go? Answer क्या है? The struggle is the desire and need for warmth on one hand, and a pull toward independence on the other hand. है, एकातिर चाहिँ इन्डिपेन्डेन्ट हुन खोज्ने, अर्कातिर सपोर्ट खोज्ने. Boys like Abe are going through what psychologists long ago declared an integral part of growing up, individualization. त्यो जुन pull towards independence भन्छ नि, त्यसले के गर्छ? It turns you into an individual. And disconnection from parents. बिस्तारै केटीहरू होइन, बिस्तारै केटाहरू बुवामासँग बोल्न बन्द गर्छन्, especially mothers. But now some researchers think that process is not abrupt. When boys repress normal feelings like love because of social pressure, हैन, केटाहरूलाई पनि किस गर्न मन लाग्छ, अर्काले किस गरिस् भन्ने मन लाग्छ, हक गर्न मन लाग्छ, मायाको कुरा गर्न मन लाग्छ, टेन्डरनेस देखाउन मन लाग्छ, फिलिङ इमोसन एक्सप्रेस गर्न मन लाग्छ, रुन मन लाग्छ, बेसकरी हाँस्न मन लाग्छ. तर सोसाइटीले के सिकाउँछ? नो, त्यहाँ चाहिँ एकदमै सल्की हुनुपर्छ. सल्की भनेको कुनै मुड नदेखाउने र कति बेला रिसाउँछ थाहा नहुने के, भायलेन्ट हुने खालको. Says William Pollack, head of the Center for Men at Boston's McLean Hospital and author of the forthcoming Real Boys, they have lost contact with the genuine nature. अब के हो genuine nature of the boys? Genuine nature is, the genuine nature of the boys is tenderness and emotion. They forget it. You know, who they are and what they feel. Look, they never express. Boys are in, like this is a silent crisis. What crisis? Crisis कहाँबाट आयो? Struggle बड़ा. क्या struggle? The desire and need for warmth or pull towards independence. The crisis कहाँबाट आयो? Individualization बड़ा. The crisis कहाँबाट आयो? Disconnection from parents बड़ा. The crisis कहाँबाट आयो? Disconnection from mothers बड़ा. यो क्राइसिस कहाँबाट आयो? रिप्रेसिङ नर्मल फिलिङ लाइक लभबाट. यो क्राइसिस कहाँबाट आयो? सोशल प्रेसरबाट. यो क्राइसिस कहाँबाट आयो? लुजिङ कन्ट्याक्ट विथ जेन्युइन नेचरबाट. क्वेसन बनाऊ त. What factors cause silent crisis in boys? 4 number question. उत्तर में दीजिए. The only time we notice this silent crisis, silent किन देखिँदैन नि? किन silent? प्रेस लुकाएर राख्छ. कति बेला देखिन्छ यो? जब एकै पटक स्कुलमा बन्दुक लिएर साथीलाई मार्छ 30 जनालाई अनि बल्ल थाहा हुन्छ. Oh, the only time we notice silent crisis is when they pull the trigger and kill their friends and teachers in school. No one is saying that acting like Rambo. एक्टिङ लाइक रेम्बो भने के बन्दुक चलाउने हर मेसिन गनले मान्छे हान्ने मार्ने नो वन इज सेइङ दैट एक्टिङ लाइक रैम्बो यो पाठ पढ्दाखेरि दिपेन्द्रले किन गोली चलायो होला भन्ने कुरा उत्तर पाइन्छ के दिपेन्द्रको उनकी आमासँग कुरा मिल्दैन थियो अरे बोलचाल थिएन अरे दरबार हत्याकाण्ड हुनुभन्दा 6 महिना कि 1 वर्ष अघिबाट दिपेन्द्रको आमासँग बोलचाल थिएन अरे अहिले मैले सम्झेँ कि सायद दिपेन्द्र यो पाठमा जे कुरा भन्छ नि क्राइसिस पोइन्टको दिपेन्द्रलाई सबै क्राइसिस पोइन्ट यो दरबार हत्याकाण्डको साइकोलोजिकल स्टडी भएको मैले देखिनँ है अहिले मैले सम्झेँ ल तिमीहरू कसैले एउटा स्टडी गर न दिपेन्द्रको बारेमा पत्ता लगाऊ कस्तो थियो घरमा सम्बन्ध के थियो यस्तै भएको थियो कि राइट हैन अनि पो उसले भरत गोली चलाएको हो कि No one is saying that acting like Rambo in nursery school leads directly to tragedies like Darbar Hattakanda. But researchers do think that boys who are forced to shut down positive emotions are left with only socially acceptable outlet, anger. प्रश्न कुरा केटाहरूलाई इमोसन सप्रेस गर्न सिकायो भने they will be violent and aggressive. ख्याल गर को केटाहरू रिसा हुन्छ जसलाई बाबुआमाले आफ्नो फिलिङ सप्रेस गर्न सिकाउँछन् यो भन्छ नि मनको कुरा बाँधी नराख गाँठो परिजाला चट्ट फुकाइदियो भने गीत सुनेको छ के सुन्छ तिम्रो लेडी गागा सुन्ने मान्छे नेपाली गीत त हुन्छ भन्ने पनि थाहा छैन होला तिमीहरूलाई हजुर
हाम्रो अर्को क्लास सुरु भयो रे
ल म छोडिदिइहालेँ है त मैले ब्रेक गरेँ ल ल ल